When Raila Odinga jetted into the country from Poland yesterday and held that mega rally at Jacaranda, one person was conspicuously missing, and there were no answers to the many questions why he didn't attend that meeting. And this was none other than the one and only Gaucho president and a long-time Raila diehard supporter, Gaucho mwenyewe. Now, as people were still trying to understand the puzzle behind his missing this rally, there is this picture that has been trending, and the news is coming in that some people, quote unquote, some goons, attacked Gaucho on his way to the Kamkunji rally. But I have seen experts, leaders, and ODM supporters taking this story with a pinch of salt. And there are several questions behind it. From the onset, I want to wish Gaucho a quick recovery, because I want to give him the benefit of doubt. I believe he's sick. I believe he was attacked on his way, and the picture that we have there is a man who is in pain. That is a hospital bed, as you can see. And I don't want to contradict, because I'm not privy to anything around the attack. But the questions that are being asked are very pertinent. If you look at that picture, Gaucho must have been very lucky that he was attacked, but we don't have any bruises around. We can't see any bruises or any swollen parts of the body, and this is why I'm saying that he should thank his God. And many are wondering how his attackers did not, at least we don't see any physical or outward injury. If there is any injury, then maybe internal. So those are questions that people are asking. They are also asking the question, where exactly was he attacked? After he was attacked, because the explanation was he managed to escape. Did he escape by running away? Did he pursue him? Of course, there are scanty details about exactly what happened, and I believe that once he recovers fully, he will be able to explain to the country. Gaucho has placed himself to the level of an upcoming leader. Of course, you all know that he contested for the member of county assembly at Landimawe ward. He wasn't lucky to get the seat. And let me just say here that he was given a free ODM ticket by the party. I'm saying this because I have heard stories around, ODM mistreating Gaucho and or what have you. I don't want to get into the nitty-gritties of any ensuing melee between them. Let me pause here and say something. That politics can make you or break you depending on how you make your moves once you become popular. Gaucho is now a celebrity because he's a man who gets a chance to speak whenever Raila has a rally. But there seems to be a problem, and the rain started beating Gaucho when he came on national TV in public and lamented about some mistreatment within the party, and he said that he was not happy. One, he claimed that there are members of the Gaucho constituency that were arrested, and he was saying that there was no proper follow-up from the party. I have been in constant communication with certain members of the party, and they have proved that they are trying their best whenever someone is arrested, and they have faster information. They have lawyers, and people would always go, leaders would always go there to find out what is happening and try and save them. I'm not in any way defending the party, because you remember just the other day I did a video of 26 ODM members who are still missing, and it's believed that they are in. He said that he will stand with you whenever you have a problem, and I believe that is his choice, as we have always preached that it is good to stand with your neighbor regardless of the tribe and the political affiliation. But he got it wrong, I must say, when he said that he is able to meet William Samoei Ruto because he was actually disgruntled being in the ODM. Let me put a disclaimer. ODM is a party that is being guided, protected, and led by human beings made of flesh and blood. They are not impeccable. There are several things that are happening that might not please you, might not please members. Just like it is happening in the Jubilee, it is happening in the UDA, Kenya Kwanza, and everything. And ODM is just like a family where sometimes people disagree, but the way people resolve those disagreements will determine the future of any member who is there. So when that happened, people started doubting. They started casting doubt about the Gaucho president, because it was happening just against the backdrop of leaders from the ODM going to State House and started rebelling against the party that took them to the constituency offices. And that is why when the Gaucho president announced that he is sick, there is little sympathy. And of course, there is a video that I've just seen from Jacaranda. I don't want to share it because it's something that is, they are saying that Gaucho is not sick. He is doing this to extort money from wherever, I don't know which sources, and I don't want to get there. But there is a general feeling that Gaucho was never beaten. He never met any thugs. And the questions are being asked, who did he call? Because as a senior member of the party, did he call anybody? Is there any information that maybe Raila or any other person or Sifuna refused to pick his calls? In the statements that have just been released, those who are at Jacaranda included Nuru Okanga, and none of them seems to know his whereabouts. And I was thinking that if Gaucho met some thugs, the first person, because he was able to escape without any bruises, would have called even Nuru Okanga. And so people are really wondering what is happening. But I want to complete by saying this. He gave a loophole and he invited the enemy. Once you have come up and you are blaming your party, then the enemy can easily regroup, beat you up so that your party can be blamed because you have shown indications that you are not in agreement with your party. I'm saying this because once upon a time, the former president of Nairobi County, Mike Sonko, said that they could buy ODM branded t-shirts, give them to goons. Goons would, go and interfere with people on the streets. They would break into shops and burn vehicles so that it can be blamed on the Raila supporters. And I have a feeling that the same thing can happen. Some thugs can be sent to beat him up, to harass him, so that when the news come out, then the ODM or Azimio will be blamed, because already there seems to be some cold blood between Gaucho and the party. And so I just want to wish him quick recovery, but when he is finally recuperated, he must decide which path he wants to follow. Like I said, you either, the politics can either break you or make you. And Gaucho should understand that in a party there is no one who's dispensable. In a party, people are equal. But once you've reached a point where you think that the party cannot do without you, then you are missing the point. I understand that there are several things that are happening. Leaders must also listen to Gaucho, because in his capacity as the president of the ghetto, whenever he brings up something, let them listen to him and advise him accordingly. Like Raila and several bigwigs in Azimio are seasoned politicians, they have experience, and they can guide him accordingly. If we have a mutual understanding where they guide him and he also heeds to the guidance, then his future will be molded and he has a future in that party. If at all Gaucho is visiting the enemy at night and during the day he is with the Azimio, then his fate is that of Samson and Delilah in the Bible. You know that Delilah finished Samson because Samson went to dine with the enemy. And I believe that Gaucho will think right, act smart, because we believe in him. He's a future leader. He must sit close to the senior leaders so that he learns from them. And ladies and gentlemen, again, quick recovery from our able ghetto president.